Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Today I rise to present ACR 150, which recognizes the month of March as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. This month reminds us that we're all part of a broad spectrum of intellectual and physical functioning. It's a chance to be more empathetic and to remind ourselves of the challenges we face in our own lives, regardless of our IQ or diagnosis. We all have gifts. Today, approximately 6 million Americans live with developmental disabilities, and the CDC estimates that it affects 1 in 6 children. Before the 19th century, people with developmental disabilities were treated violently and often inhumanely. Many were passed on a practice of carting off people to be dropped in another town or sent to live in poor, unhygienic environments. It wasn't until 1987 that individuals with developmental disabilities finally started to receive the recognition they deserve when then President Ronald Reagan designated March as National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Since then and throughout, there have been heroes along the way. They are our disability providers, our regional centers like Alta, our community-based organizations like Warmline, our friends, families with empathetic hearts and helping hands. And remember, if I could just have a moment. This here, I've practiced this many times without crying, but I couldn't do it. This is Hannah, my 9-year-old daughter. She lives with a developmental disability that has been undiagnosed. She has the mindset of a 4 or a 5-year-old. She was finally able to count to 100. It took us half an hour, but she did it. She is nonverbal and has a vocabulary of less than 100. And I am so proud of her. And she has been the best thing to happen to my life because she opened up my eyes to a world that I never knew, a world that I would never be a part of had I not had Hannah. As parents, we send our kids off to school hoping that they'll make friends. I send Hannah off to school hoping that she'll make a friend where when somebody bullies her because of her special needs, that they would stand up and fight for her. So I'm here asking all of you to talk to your kids, your grandkids, your children, your nieces and nephews, and educate them about kids like Hannah, about people like Hannah. Because until we do that, our children will not have a path to thrive. Right now, we want them to survive, but until more and more people are aware of their situation and are accepting of it, Hannah would not have a pathway to thrive. So I'm asking each and every single one of you to go home and talk to your family members about it, your children. Because the reality is that Hannah will be bullied for being different, for being special. And she will need me for the rest of her life. For the rest of her life. And I am prepared for that. But I don't want to do that alone. I want our community to be there with us. And so I stand here today as a champion for people like Hannah, for communities like Hannah, for organizations and centers that help uplift Hannah and all of her friends and all of the people around her. I hope you'll join me in voting aye on ACR 150. Thank you.